Hello, this is Tom from Tabletop Tap Room, and quick update, a few issues to handle. Number one, we became aware of the fact that we were not getting messages. So when you on YouTube, you go to About the channel and show email. Yeah, we just weren't getting the emails because it turns out that the email was tabletoptaproom@gmail.com. We couldn't get into it. We were trying to get into it, trying to reset it. And lo and behold, it's an email that belongs to some guy in Idaho. So, dude, if you're watching this, I apologize for all the emails we went your way that weren't supposed to. I'm sure he's deleted them. He's like, what is this about? I don't know. Total mistake. It was a communication breakdown. What I thought the good wife was communicating to me was that we have the email address, tabletoptaproom@gmail.com, and that is not the case, but that is the email I put in there. What she was communicating to me was that we have the website, tabletoptaproom.com. And
it's not up and running yet.
It's not up and running yet. You can go there. Yeah, we're building it. It's not up and running. So we have the website. We've reserved it. We're paying rent on it, yada, yada, yada. So totally my fault, my bad. It's on me. We're setting up some proper domain emails. The Good Wife at tabletoptaproom.com. And Gédéon@tabletoptaproom.com. Except Tammy has been able to get into her inbox. I have not been able to get into mine. There's some problem along the way. We got to figure it out. So I've put a temporary one in because I was just not going to put in a problem email. So what's in there is starfrontiersmen@gmail.com. It is the website. It's the email for the fan magazine, the Star Frontiersman Volume 2 fan magazine that we're working on. I check that email at least once a week. And so I eventually get anything that's in there, and that's the temporary, and I will try to check it more often. So that's been resolved. Temporary email in there. That email won't remain in there, but for now it's there, and you can communicate to us through that. We will have a more proper domain email in place eventually. Now, the other issue is the 40th anniversary of Star Frontiers. We wanted to have, something, in the past for the 30th and 35th. Tom Stevens got permission to do a patch, and those were very cool. WotC is not giving permission, and we believe it's obviously linked to the whole trademark squatting, trademark grab that's going on in the court case. So it's understandable from a legal standpoint that they're not allowing it. That's fine. What I endeavored to do was to get an homage piece of art. There would be an homage to the game. So we had one that was done to explorers, generic sci-fi explorers, generic original little alien pet creature there at their feet. And, and then the wording around the circular design says 40 light years from the frontier and still exploring. It's a very innocuous statement, but it was designed to stay away from IP. And yet that 40 light years is a reference to 40th anniversary. So those in the know and those who care would appreciate it. And we set up with one of those t-shirt services. And within a week and a half, they canceled and sent me an email saying you violated our terms of service, and we're canceling you. No explanation why. And I have since sent emails, hey, why? And no answer. So, okay, is what it is. And, didn't even know what I did. So we set up with a second service, and everything's good for a week and a half. And then they blocked the image from being sold, and eventually get an answer back from the legal team that it violated community standards because it had guns, 2 guns, one in the hands of each of the generic sci-fi explorers. So in talking with the artist, just to see if I could maybe get the guns taken out and something else put in their hands, he asked, would it still be a violation of community standards if it was a Buck Rogers style ray gun? I said, that's a good question. I will go back and ask. Don't do anything yet. And so I have that question going to legal and waiting for an answer back. Hope to have it by end of day. And if they come back now, unfortunately, the problem with that is that Buck Rogers really leaves a bad taste in the Star Frontiers fans' mouth, and that's because Star Frontiers was canceled for the Buck Rogers IP, and some of us hardcore fans, it's never set right with us. In fact, the CEO that did that, we refer to her as she that shall not be named. So I don't even know how I feel about a Buck Rogers ray gun, but so I did send the question, and then I said, and if the first question is answered in the affirmative, and in light of the fact that the pistol in the guy's hand is clearly inspired by a classic sci-fi laser pistol, would it be enough to just remove the modern looking pistol that's in the girl's hand? Maybe her hand could be made into a fist and put down on her hip while she's talking on the communicator. And I don't know. I mean, we could, maybe remove the gun from the guy's hand and put sci-fi binoculars like Luke Skywalker used in Star Wars, or some sort of handheld scanner or tricorder in his hand. And that should satisfy the community standards there. But even as I have this question out to legal, I've gone to other services now and read their community standards. I read one and was like, just forget about it. Went on to the next one and read theirs, and it talked about violence, but it didn't specify guns. So I then sent them a message, and they were like, well, you need to have an account, and then we can help you. And I was like, no, I don't want to go through the motions of filling out an account if it's a problem. Look, if this is a problem, I just won't even bother. And so I've sent them another message, and hopefully they'll just take a look at the picture and say, yes, that's a problem, or no, that's not a problem. So we are looking for the t-shirt service without any community standards. Boy, that sounds terrible. My God.
Oh my God.
Well, all right, that just sounds bad. We're looking for the t-shirt service that has less restrictive community standards. Let's put it that way. So if you're aware of one, put a comment below, help us out. We are trying to, look, we just wanted to have a t-shirt celebrating the 40th anniversary of our favorite game that didn't violate IP or trademark. Not at all. Just a fun t-shirt, to celebrate our favorite game. So it is what it is. I mean, we're not playing tiddlywinks or shoots and ladders here. It's Star Frontiers. There are guns involved sometimes, so it's not, and there's no violence being depicted. It's just the explorers got their gun out at the ready. I guess there's implied violence. I don't know. But, and we're not looking to cause a problem. We're not looking to violate community standards anywhere. We're not looking to cause a problem for a company. If a company has those as their standards and they don't want to depict guns, I get that. That's your company. You run it the way you want. I'll just go look someplace else. And hopefully we'll find something. So, it's just hoping for something with a half decent storefront that we can put products up and so on and so forth. So that's where we're at with that. And, I know we're getting right down to the wire. August 19th is Star Frontiers Day, the actual 40th anniversary of Gen Con when the game debuted. I didn't realize this was going to be the Quest for Fire. It's and it's like today, I've like half the day I've been invested in this one thing, and it becomes irritating. So we're working on it. I've left the links to the Cafe Press store up. It does not have the homage artwork. It's got some extraneous artwork, the OSR values, and the crew patch for the Rockhound mining ship adventure that I'll be running, and I'm developing that into a convention module to run at conventions. So we'll, just left that up. But this is very extraneous things, and they're not of interest. But we appreciate the people who went and checked out the store and then came back and said, "Hey, something's going on. I can't find the thing." I appreciate you going and looking. So thank you. And, please be patient. We will get this thing sorted out. We will either find a new service with a storefront or something. We will get this worked out. Somebody has to be willing to print that shirt, or we will get the artwork changed again. And I appreciate the artist for his patience. And he has just been very patient with us and very helpful. And so, shout out to John Ridley. If you're looking for an artist who's very good and very patient and very accommodating, he certainly deserves the shout out. So this is Tom for Tabletop Tap Room. Thank you for supporting us. Thanks to the subscribers. You guys are great, and keep on gaming.